At the edge of the universe, 400 men and women are probing the immeasurable blackness of space. Their leaders are an Earthman with no fear and a stranger with no heart. Travel beyond our time and solar system, into new galaxies, into worlds beyond your dreams. Star Trek, every week, in color.
Oh, hi there. It must be Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Earth time, so it must be time for Serious Star Trek. We don't have a full show for you today. Dantron's live on the road, but we've got Captain Fun, so let's bring him in and let's have some fun for a little while. Captain.
Dantron, how are you, sir?
I'm in your neck of the woods, actually.
Oh, no kidding.
It's right beautiful. Now, let's see if I can. Wait a minute, if I can see.
He's so funny. You just did a thing and said it was, it was my house behind you. What is that? That's Market in 5th or so, right?
Yeah, no, it's I'm looking at the Metreon and the MoMA and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Yerba Buena. There you go. That's cool.
My old neighborhood.
That's I just sent Chris Sagasag a thing saying we should wear our Enterprise jackets down at Yerba Buena right there because there's this cool water feature. Looks like the side of a Star Trek wall that they would have painted a big matte painting around.
Dude, I'm happy to report the reports of downtown San Francisco's demise are greatly exaggerated. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, the second they closed Market Street to cars, it sort of killed it. So it's not like it's a giant surprise to anybody.
Well, and anybody who's going to the Civic Center anyway and going like, holy cow, it's shocking out here. It's like
Chris Sagasag. Chris, dude, man, I'm coming down since I know you work around Civic Center.
Oh,
Wednesday or Thursday, I'll come down lunchtime. Whenever you have lunch, you just tell me, and I'll have all my gear on, and we'll get some nerd to take a picture of us. That'll be awesome.
Dude, Civic Center is, like I said, that's about it. That's as bad as it gets. That's as bad as it ever was, but it's a lovely place, man. It's still a lot less crowded. Taking the bus and going to stuff here is pretty nice right now.
I don't know. People just complain about everything. That's all it is. That
isn't that what this show is all about?
Well, we have standards. Like the people just wanking about whatever's going on in San Francisco. Oh, there's poop on the sidewalks and needles everywhere. All right. Hopefully
welcome to the big city, dude.
Right. Hopefully we have more critical things to say about the various subjects we talk about here. I hate to say just Star Trek because we cover all sorts of philosophy and economics, world history. Your thing about oil in the Mideast. It's we cover a gamut.
Dilithium as the true. I really feel like I want more dilithium action in Strange New Worlds. I don't think I've heard them say dilithium one time.
I don't think they have either. Not that it was a story point at all, right? No, nobody's running out of cracked dilithium or having to respawn it or whatever.
I just remember they mentioned something on one of the episodes, some kind of energy source or something, and I was like, what? They didn't say dilithium. So I was really like...
now that my kid has gone back to school and Mimi has to go to work Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday downtown where you guys are, yeah, I should probably watch all of Strange New Worlds again and just to find if they say dilithium.
Just to see.
Well, I mean, that's the kind of thing I would do. If you're puttering around the house, you got stuff to do. Mimi's ordered one of those snap together sheds for out back so she can have. She has an office in our spare bedroom, so like if a guest comes by or something, she can't do any work, and it's just. So we're gonna build her a little spot out back. It's got power, and it's gonna be great.
I saw when I visited you were working.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
But so then you know what I'm talking about. That door right there that goes to our garage. I had to clean. I had to make a good landing strip for the guys outside because for $125, which when you're as old as me, that's awesome. They do this thing called point and place. and you point, and they place it. And I'm like, old days, that's nothing. Drive your 18-wheeler up to the house, and I'll do it myself.
Totally. Not anymore.
But now it's like $125. I sit there with an iced tea while you guys go back and forth. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
So, Larry, when does Rebel Moon come out? You were talking about it.
Yeah. This morning, Rebel Moon dropped the trailer, and I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. And the more those Snyder bros get, sully the good name of Zack Snyder, the more I get into it, because that looks great. It's a take on Star Wars, right? It's Sophia Boutelle, the girl from Star Trek Beyond and the second Kingsman movie. She played Elektra in the Netflix Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
She's just like really sleek European, dark flaxen hair, dark hair action, martial arts girl. She leads it, and Anthony Hopkins does a voiceover. It's kind of like they sort of set it up like it's space Lord of the Rings, that a third of the way through the trailer turns into like everybody's got laser guns and now we have to kill the Sardaukar from Dune. So
I felt like it reminded me, if I was looking at it like I just did, it reminded me more of Dune than Star Wars, I'd say.
Yeah, me too. But everybody sees those laser sword things and goes, oh, he's doing. And I think Zach has said in a couple interviews actually that it's his riff on the Star Wars kind of thing.
Yeah. Just the name name alone,
right.
And
Rebel. Well,
a few things I've heard about it.
I love that though. Like, I think it's important for creators to take other people's words. Like, there's no reason that George Lucas gets to own the word rebel.
Rebels, true.
So, yeah,
he doesn't own anything anymore, Larry. He sold it for billions of dollars. He's got a giant.
Yeah, I don't know anything about George Lucas's personal life, but it seems like he's got it pretty dialed in.
I really wonder. In my mind,
at this point, like, you're probably okay with everything that's happened, right?
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, though, I go, does he root for Star Wars to succeed, or is he like secretly thrilled when it's like not? I just wonder.
Here's the thing. I have a thought based on the fact that that in the early 70s, Francis Ford Coppola and who's the Blood Simple director, Brian De Palma, and George Lucas were crazy comic book fans, and they shopped at Beer Bomb's store and Rory's store, and they would, before people knew they were directors and stuff, but they weren't who they are now, and so they would just go around and buy comics. And this is like, it's well known. It's not even just like a secret thing that Han Solo is based on Cody Starbuck from Star Reach. Because Charlie Lippincott went, that's what you're looking for, Space Road guy. And he went, yeah. And that's how Howie did all the Howard. I'm sorry. He gets so mad about that. But look, man, when you're 28 and you're doing Star Wars and it says art by Howie Chaykin, like, it goes into people's brains. But I respected Howard Chaykin. That's how he got into the Star Wars thing.
I want what I never got a Captain Fun take on, not since you bring up Han Solo. What did you think of the Solo movie?
It was fine, but like, why? Right? I just don't get why they did that. Literally,
you don't like the whole like show the backstory.
I mean, it has to be great. If it adds something, that's great. But literally everything that happens in that movie was extrapolated from a line of dialogue that we'd already heard, right? It's like,
it's all Kessel runs.
Yeah. There was one little bit of business I really, really liked. I will admit that I forget, Chris will know, but that robot character's name, it was like Elite or something, but she gets destroyed but placed into the ship. And so she's part of the navigation now. And so there's a bit in Star Wars when Han Solo like wraps his gauge and he goes, hold together. Hear me, baby, hold together. And it's just in Star Wars in 1977, it's just a guy talking to his hot rod. But I really like that he was talking to that robot girl.
Okay.
I thought that was cool. You know, that there's just a little throwaway or, you know, it's not a big deal. It's a robot. He doesn't care about robots. But in this one bit, he's like, all right, you and me, we had an adventure way back. Let's get through this together.
Well, what I heard about it just today, I think, or yesterday, was I remember how they kicked out the original directors, right?
Yeah.
Lord and Miller, though.
Right.
And then like Ron Howard came in and it was just like sort of nobody liked it. But then Lord Miller went on to do Spider-Verse. I didn't realize that's their thing, and then like totally knock it out of the park. Kind of makes me want to see what.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, even before that, they were the Lego Movie guys, and that was a big hit in our house.
Okay,
so
they're good.
I was looking forward to it when it was them because I was like, okay, that's gonna be, you know, Tig and Tad and Banks or whatever that idiot Kevin Rubio came up with. You know, it's going to be like that. It's like a comedy thing in the Star Wars universe. And who better than Han Solo to be the guy that's in a different movie again that's even named after him, right? It's going to be hilariousness all around him, and he's going to be the, you know, what happened guy. But, you know,
that's a risk. I love like a bigger risk than bringing in Opie to bring it home. Like,
it's not even that. Like, I don't even care about that. Like, Ron Howard and George Lucas were buddies from way back. So, like, I'm sure Ron Howard always wanted to play in the Star Wars universe, you know? And so this way, he's really absolved of any criticism because he's coming in and doing what the guys want, right? He didn't do anything against Lord and Miller. And, you know, he just did the best he could. There's no one, whenever you talk about Solo, nobody gives Ron Howard shit because it's just, you know.
Surprises me. It surprises me, a guy of his stature with as many films. Like, he's a named director. He's one of the few last guys that, like, I know his name for sure. Like, not that that means I want to go see his movies, but like, I know he's a big director.
The cool thing though is he doesn't really have a signature style, right? I mean, I bet some really good cinephile might be able to. Well, he does this thing with tracking shots or something that like is just going over my head.
Yeah.
But there's no like, well, there's got to be a dove shot or there's got to be a flash zoom. You know, there's not. You know, there's.
But is that good? Maybe that's good. Maybe that's like he's not.
It's fantastic, right? Yeah. Because I think it's cool. But then also, that's why I was speaking to the point why he didn't get any crap for this, because there was nothing, he wasn't really stepping on anything. Nothing that he did seemed out of place. So anybody like us who follows it, like you go through a checklist. It's like, well, this thing I was looking forward to didn't come together, but we're still kind of getting it. So already you're kind of happy. And then it comes out and it's not great, but like it's better than nothing. So you're still kind of happy. And then it's Ron Howard, so it's a really solid thing. So you can't even complain that it's shot crappy. So it's just kind of those. For me, it just ends up with, I'm glad they did it. It could have been better, but I kind of didn't need it. But I don't feel like my time was wasted. But that's just like the worst thing from creative people, right? You want people to either love it's the best thing ever, or is the biggest piece of crap that I've never watched.
Yeah.
There's no like, that's cool. And for a Star Wars movie, you don't want that at all. Like every Star Wars movie should be an event, and Solo just wasn't.
Yeah. I feel like they had such problems with those directors. They're just like, bring in Opie. He's been hanging around the back lot since he was like 9 years old, and like he's in.
But just from a storytelling standpoint, like what we know about him, not like that there's anything secret, but I just like Ron Howard. Oh, is that Max?
Blue Max.
That's cool. What a cutie. Anyway, you know that Ron Howard's not going to screw it up, right?
Say hi, Max.
Hi.
Oh, wait, and the debut of Blue Penny.
Penny! You like Star Trek?
Max, say hi to Larry. Captain Fun. Say hi, wave. Come on, we want to see some motion. It's TV.
Are you guys just weirded out that you're blue?
These kids are rowdy, Larry. I gotta get them out of here. I'm taking them to the museum.
All right, man. Let's just call it. Have fun with your
Okay,
family,
let me just take us out.
All right.
What do we got? Oh, okay, I got the perfect one. So we'll be back. We'll do this next week, next Tuesday. Hopefully, John will be here. I'll be here no matter what. It'll be Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific. But where, Larry? Where?
On the internet.